How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massa Beer Reviews back with a new brewery time. Never had these guys before. This beer comes courtesy of my boy Rob from Texas, and this be Oddwood Brewing. This is their Yuki-Onna. Looks like Ama, not Anna. Yuki-Onna, maybe. This is a Japanese style race lager. This was packaged a bit over a month ago, and we're gonna drink this. Yeah, he sent off a bunch of beers, almost exclusively little chugger jams. So I am pumped to dive into this. We'll see how this sucker rolls. I forgot a couple things. I forgot to turn my light on. My microphone's like 9 million miles away, so you guys probably can't hear me. It's become the thing that I do now when I forget every single time I do reviews. There you go. Now you guys can hear me. How about that shit? Anyway, yeah, so we're talking about a race lager, Japanese race lager. You're talking about, you know what I mean, just a sake yeast or not a sake yeast. Sometimes they use like a sake yeast in these, but it's, you know, there's a rice base to it, so it's kind of a little bit more kind of macro adjunct lager. But since you're dealing with a kind of craft brewery, good brewery, whatever you want to call it, tends to come off a little bit nicer, a little bit crisper, a little bit cleaner than your macro level stuff. Label-wise, it's all right, you know. It's okay. It's kind of a little poopily drawn kind of I don't want to say geisha, because it's not a geisha. It's almost like a warrior in the background there. But anyway, we'll see what's what. Label-wise, take it or leave it. Beer-wise, yeah, looks like lager. What do you want? Just over index finger. Infinite creamy, already leaving lacing on the glass, kind of head on it. And it's clear as clear. Could be any haze you see is just from like a chill haze. Let's get a nose. I got a weird nose on that. I want to say it smells like Play-Doh. I don't know why I want to say that, because I haven't smelled Play-Doh in a billion years. But there's this soft kind of Play-Doh-y thing. It's a graininess to it that I'm just associating with Play-Doh. I assume it's a combination of a malt base and that kind of rice kind of coming to a head, and there's not much sweetness to it. There's not much bitterness. It really is grain forward, but not too hefty. Lower beer. It's got to be a lower ABV beer. They have the ABV in this. I would assume it's sub 5%. I don't see one. 5.2. Yeah. So I'm just going to dive in. Cheers. Ooh. There's like a lemoniness to this, which I like. I don't know if that's coming from a yeast component, coming from a rice addition, depending on the rice they put in there, or a hops. I'm assuming it's hops in here. Soft little lemony component works really well. This nice crisp lager thing. I know a lot of people kind of, you know, beer snobbery kind of people get like, you see the people with the Corona and a lime in it and go, haha, look at that asshole. It's kind of tasty. You know, if you put me on a kind of, you know, a beach in the middle of nowhere and you fed me Coronas a day with limes in them, I'm not going to be an angry dude. I'm not going to sit here and say this is the pinnacle of beer, but I'm just not going to be an angry dude. And there's a lot of like craftier breweries that are starting to do like a lime and salt kind of combination, a lot of their lagers. So I'm getting this kind of lemon lime, I should say more than lemon kind of characteristic, which works really well in here. Super crisp, crispy boy level status 100. Really well made. There's nothing negative to it. It's got this nice lightness to it. Just not like super ultra crispy boy, but it's crispy. There's a touch of depth of heft to it, but nothing too crazy. I could chug 19 billion of these. Then that's the best part. We'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, I like this. I mean, this is drinking beer. This is what this beer is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a drinking beer. It's supposed to be a chugger beer. That's what this beer is, and that's what it comes off as in a very, very well done way. There's nothing negative about it. There's no off flavor. I like that little pop of lemon in there. It kind of brings a little bit of brightness and elevated kind of flavor to the beer. I think it's delicious. Is this one of the better rice lagers I've had? It's like, yes. It's Mount Rushmore status, eking up towards the top. I should probably put it in there, but I think there's a couple like dug a little bit more, but it's worthy. Let's put it that way. Value and availability on this thing, $11 a 4-pack. Thank you. All day. I would, if I could get this beer at $11 a 4-pack on the reg, I'd be ripping these like a maniac. And leave you with, if you like what we like this beer, if you like, you know, your macro adjunct lagers, nothing wrong with that. We get down with quite a bit of high life myself. But you want something even lighter, a little bit more kind of artisanal, crafty, a little bit more organic, whatever word you want to use. Something not as corporate I guess you'd say. And you like that little added bonus of something, a little bit of pizzazz on top of that lemon lime kind of brings to it, then you're going to love this beer. If you like hot summer days and chug a beer, you're going to love this beer. There you go. Review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massif if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little bit of Oddwood. I don't know why I said word. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers.